Alrighty, folks. How are we doing on this Saturday evening? Hopefully well. I think it's about time we get started here. A little Neutopia 2 for that climate change. We'll go ahead and I think this seems like a pretty appropriate name for our hero today. Yeah, we'll get started in just a minute here. Just want to make sure this is that I'm the one streaming to. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. It's just, it is a bit behind, but that's all right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Now gotta make sure I've got your donation information up here and in front of my face, so I can read off your donations as they come in. That'd be awesome. All right. All right, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, now is when my dog decides to get right in front of me as I'm... Oh my god, what are you doing? No, I don't have the cam on. There's no puppy cam here. I'm so sorry. Alrighty. So yeah, so this is Neutopia 2. It is a sequel to Neutopia. As I'm sure you might have guessed. Direct inspiration, as some would call it. It starts out not terribly different from the first game, where we've got to set out and fight evil. And we get medicine and bombs as we do it. And the compass, by the way. As promised. First is the bombs. And then the medicine. And off we go. Alright, so. The next important thing that I need to take care of here is making money. I need 300 gold in order to buy a weapon in the first town that I get to. That is incredibly useful and something that I will rely on for pretty much the entire game once I get it. Oh, I don't need that. Blue crystal just freezes and kills all enemies, which is nice, except for the fact that enemies killed in that way don't drop anything, so it doesn't do me a whole lot of good when I'm trying to farm. Ooh, this doesn't do me a whole lot of good either, the fact that I have no money. Can we offset this by donating money to the citizens climate lobby? That would be great. If you could help me out. I did get a bomb drop though. That's actually really nice. I do need. I'm gonna need bombs throughout pretty much this entire run, and the more I get early on, the better. So that's cool. These guys can also drop money too. So it's worth killing them. Okay. So there's our first dungeon. But before we go in there, pop on over and pick this up, because we are doing the 100% category. It is the only marathon safe category, in my opinion. So, we have to get all of these upgrades here too. Off we go. Alright, so this next room here is going to show you how damage boosting works. I'm going to hold down as I enter that room, knowing I'm going to get hit by that snake right there every time. And then boost in the opposite direction I'm facing. Oh, nice. And make things faster there. Well, this is far different from the run of this I did at RPG Limit Break just about a week ago, where I was getting no bomb drops at all. That one I was also short on money too, but that's... At least I've got more opportunity and time to make that up. Getting the bombs early on is rather nice. So, yeah. Another damage boosting trick in this room here coming up. And hold up to the right to move down to the left. Now, also going to intentionally kill this kind of green bat thing here because it can drop wings. Nice. Alright, we're going to do this the fast way and just hope that we get bombs in that money. No, okay. Alright. I'm very much going to want to see bomb drops coming up here. But we do have a key, which we need in each crypt that we're going to do in order to get to the boss. Well, get into the boss's room. Yeah, these are the ones that can drop bombs for me. Come on. I know you can do it. Yes! Excellent. Alrighty. That paid off. Oh, wow. Okay. Calm down, fellas. I can only hold so many bombs at a time. Okay. If you want to move right up there, that's convenient. Alright. What is heavily concerning, though, is the fact that I have very little in the way of money. Very little. But fortunately I have enough bombs so I can do this the easy way. Any money here? No. Okay. First boss of the game. This is Mecha Worm. This enemy is total RNG as far as where it appears. Oh my god. I disagree with that, actually. So it can, like... Oh, sweet. It can appear, like, right under our feet and do damage to us, and we have no way of stopping it. That was dumb. Like that. Nice. Okay. Good. The nice thing about fighting this boss is that because the TurboGrafx-16 controllers have native turbo in them, I can basically just hold down the one button and just stab away at him. So, yeah. Alright. So, first crypt complete, I have the Chalice of Agony. That will be important in a couple of different things that we do here. But what's really important is that I get money, and I get it fast, because basically I do the backtracking for what I just did here. Okay, now I'm full on bombs. And then it's time for the, and then I basically get to the next town, more or less. Oh, I didn't mean to push it up. God, nothing. This is, alright. So I might just have to do this. I mean, this is looking really bad. I might just have to do the next section without the boomerang, which kind of sucks, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So, oh, good, that helps. Enough with the bombs. I have plenty. Save that for when I actually need them. I need money. Wow, this is not good. Okay, I'm actually going to farm these guys. They rarely drop money, but there's a chance. No chance, of course. Alright. Nothing. Okay, yeah, I think it's... I mean, unless I get some miracle drops going forward, I am pretty much going to have to do this next section without the boomerang, which is really unfortunate, but I mean, this is probably the worst money luck I've ever had in a run, like, ever. Like, oh, there we go. Okay, good. That's a third of it. Can I get another one of those? Oh my goodness. Wait, 270. Okay. We might actually backdoor this. There's still a couple more enemies to kill before the town, and we might get there. Okay. So now that we have the Chalice of Agony, this guy's pretty pumped, and he tells us to go use it on lava. Because in the Chalice of Agony are the tears of those who have been agonized, and those tears freeze lava. It's just the way it works. Alright. Can I get absolutely stupid lucky here? Nope. Okay. That's fine. I'm almost all the way there, so we can do a little farming on the other side of this town. And hopefully it won't cost us too much time. But one thing I will do in here, because I am here, is I will pop into here. And we talk to who I like to call Purple Robe Friend. Now that I have talked to this guy, he is now my checkpoint. So whenever I use wings or die, I will instead be respawned or teleported to back to the last one of those guys that I have talked to. Alright, come on. Please, just give me the money I need. Not quite. Alright, Alright, at this point, I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep going. Unless I get it from these guys, which I don't even think I can. I think they really just drop hearts, mostly. Yeah, okay. We're just going to move on. And the reason we can move on here is because we do have this weapon that we're getting here. This is the Fire Wand. This is our first permanent projectile weapon. And we use this a lot in the next crypt anyway, so it's kind of what we want to do. I'll use a little damage boosting trick there. I still need to get the $20 I need. The nice thing is that when I'm done with this next crypt, I get teleported back into the town that I was in. Oh my god, I just need 10 bucks. Alright. Certainly I can get 10 bucks somewhere. There it is. Okay, good. Alright. I officially... Do I have... I'm full on bombs. Okay, good. I don't need to worry about these guys too much. Oh, there we go. Now the stream has caught up. It was just... I don't know why it got way behind. Okay, I'm actually going to do this. And the reason being is I want to be at 6 hearts, or less, because it will allow me to have this kind of weaker form of the fire, which, while it is slightly weaker, is much, much easier to control. And that's good. You just kind of spit out fireballs. And it's a lot better than those rolling columns of fire, which are very, very slow. Full bomb, so don't really need to worry about killing these guys. Alright, let's see if I can do what I want to do here. That's good. Yeah. So when you hit enemies with the fire wand, they will, when they get hit, they will boost in the direction that you are facing when they get hit, not when you throw the fire. So you can kind of push and pull them in desired directions if you plan it very carefully. So that's always nice. Yo, thank you, miss. A reminder that we are here helping to raise money for the Citizens Climate Lobby. I did. I don't if you didn't see it at the very beginning of the event, I did a very nice interview with a young lady named Rebecca, who is one of the who's one of the senior lobbyists with the group, and she had a lot of great information about what it is that she does, what it is that the Citizens Climate Lobby does, what it is that the money that you donate actually does, how it helps. So I urge you to go back and find that interview so you can get a little background on what it is that they're doing, what it is that we're doing here for them, and all that good stuff. Oh my god. All of that. Oh, how did I not get hit there? Oh, I want that. Very much. I'll take that too. Wow, all the bomb drops. Oh my goodness. This is the exact opposite of what happened to me the other day, where I got all the way through this second crypt and I had 0 bomb drops. Yo, we just received a $100 donation from My Infinite Zero, whose message simply says, "Save the Earth," and that money went towards the Zangetsu only version of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. So if you would like to make a donation, that'd be awesome. If you would like to donate for a specific, if you'd like to have it go to something specific, something that's coming up in these runs, we do have a lot of donation incentives. When you click on that donate link, you'll have all that information there. Okay, here are the moths. Normally I have the boomerang and I waste these guys very, very quickly with it, but I don't have that, so I'm going to have to do this the slow way. The nice thing is that if you when they drop down to shoot, if you are standing, if you're not standing below them, they won't fire out those spores. Not that it would matter anyway, because they fan downward, but so it allows you to kind of get up next to them. There we go. That one's dead. Almost here. I'm hoping. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Yo, Miz, thank you very much for that really generous donation. That was awesome. Anyone else wants to get in on this? I've got the sheet up here in front of me. I've got the tracker up here in front of me. I will read off your donations. Host style while I'm running. Yes, I am multi-talented in that way. Alright, so now that we're done with Crypt 2, we use those wings that I got all the way back in the first crypt to teleport ourselves back to Purple Robe Friend. And off we go. And now we can buy the boomerang. Yo, oh my goodness, we got another donation from My Infinite Zero. This one's for $50 with a donation message of, "I'm tired of looking at this boss's face. Time to die. For the Earth." That one also went towards the Zangetsu only mode for Bloodstained. Yo. I mean, listen, while Miz's donations are fantastic, he can't be the only one. Saving the Earth is definitely a group effort. Oh, so the prize that we got from beating that second crypt was the Manipula Herb, which we give to this sick princess, and it makes her feel a whole lot better. And then she says, "Oh great, now I feel good. Time for a lore dump." And she tells us all about what's going on here. Yo, oh, we do have a new boss. Yes, look at this. Sardius sliding back and forth. Wow. That did indeed destroy the, I think it was the wolf machine or whatever it was before. That's really cool, these different bosses that we can defeat with your generosity. So, yeah, this Sardius boss, look at him moving around and being all smug and stuff. We got to get rid of this one too. So, every attack that y'all can put into it to get rid of it would be thoroughly appreciated. So the story that she tells in a nutshell is that the protagonist's father here came by a year ago seeking counsel from that goddess shrine. And she doesn't know what the shrine told him, but if we go this way with the staircase, that has been revealed, then hopefully we can find out. And that's where we're headed. Yes, Ms., that is an absolutely fantastic point. All damage is legitimate damage, no matter how small it may be. It all registers. There are no misses in this. I know, look at him, he's so smug. Just like dancing around. Don't you want to put him in his place? Don't you want to be like, you know what, Sardius? You're a jerk. Take this. I am full on bombs. I do not need to farm for them here. This is a good feeling, folks. This is a very good feeling. He does think he's hot shit. He's like, oh, look at me. You haven't done any damage to me. Ha ha ha. Y'all are weak. I'm just going to dance back and forth, and there's nothing you can do about it. Or there's nothing you will do about it. But there is something you can do about it. web.rgltv.com/donate. Please don't couch me in the vortex. Thank you. Oh, God. No, not the vortex. Thank you. Okay, good. All right, so into Crypt 3 we go. This introduces these wizard enemies. Actually going to take that. Might as well. Watch as I defy death through these saw blades. Very scary. Nice. Thank you for being a bro. I know. Like, destroying the earth and mocking us. Like, just focus on one thing at a time. Like, if you're going to be a jerk, go ahead. But just, like, you know, just do that. Just do that. Ah, shit. Okay. There we go. Alright, so, we're going to collect another shield upgrade here. Again, this is part of the 100% category where we're going to collect every individual upgrade to our sword, our shield, and our armor, as well as every permanent item, both key items as well as sub-weapons. The boomerang technically isn't part of that because it is not permanent. You can lose it when you throw the boomerang if you are, oh my god, if you are not in its path when it returns, it permanently leaves your inventory, which really sucks. And I will be taking great measures to make sure that does not happen. Oh, this should make you want to play Neutopia. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? Sad. A stick, yes. A very curvy, sad stick. Alrighty. Not too far from the boss here. This next room, and you've seen me do some of them already. There are some rooms that are very, very dark. I do have a way to light them up. There is an item that will light up those rooms. I actually passed the area in the town. That last town that I was in, there is a place where you can get it. And in fact, I will get it because it is a permanent item. So we will pick it up, but we just don't need to use it. The dark rooms in this game are not terribly complicated, especially compared to the first one. So, alright. Sure, why not? Okay, here we go. So this is Weird Toad. This boss can give me absolutely awful RNG, and of course it starts out by giving me perfect RNG. And let's see if you're gonna be a bro. Nope. I gotta get one of those, more of those cycles where it shows me that golden brain. Oh, that would have been perfect right in the middle of the room. There it is. Good. Alright. Now, it has those 3 attack phases. Either that golden brain where it shoots at you, the big tongue lash, or the tongue spores that come out. Now, which of the 3 you get? Completely random. So it could just give you, like, tongue lashes and tongue spores for its first, like, I don't know, 20 cycles. And you literally can't do any damage to the boss, nor can you do anything about which cycles you see. So, it can be very, very trolly. But, fortunately, wasn't too bad. Yeah, a frog tar. Kind of is a frog tar. I believe I have all 12 bombs. Sweet. Not gonna bother fighting these guys. We'll just take this little shortcut here to move around them. Alright, now, the next item that I'm going to pick up is one of my favorite items in the game. Might as well do that. See, that's what the slimes can do, and what they should have been doing in the very beginning, instead of making me do Crypt 2 without the boomerang, which was very rude. Now that I have the item from the end of the 3rd crypt, which is the rainbow drop, which allows me to create those bridges there, I am going to get another item that is actually from the first game, just like that rainbow drop, and these are the falcon shoes. The falcon shoes greatly increase your movement speed and make doing this speed run a whole lot more enjoyable, honestly. The first about, what is it, about 25, 6, 7 minutes of this game or so are a real slog, just because your movement speed is not great. Now our movement speed is not great, and it makes this just a lot more enjoyable to do, honestly. Alright, now we're getting another sub-weapon. This is the Wind Staff. This is really not all that useful, because A, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and B, we have the boomerang. So if we need to attack enemies from a distance, the boomerang is really the way to go. Alright. Here's what I was talking about before, where we just slide this clock out of the way, and then we pick up this item, also returning from the first game called the Moonbeam Moss. This will allow you to light up dark rooms. I'm not going to use this at all, but again, I do need to collect it just because we're doing the 100% category. And we're going to pop into this house here, because here is another purple robe friend. As soon as we get the item in Crypt 4, we'll pop right back here, and that'll take us basically right on the way over to Crypt 5. Very convenient. Alright, now coming up here, before we get up to this area where we're going to enter the crypt, we are going to talk to another I believe they're weapons experts, as they call themselves. And he's going to give us another bomb expert on power. Excuse me, he's a power expert. So now my bomb holding capacity has been expanded even further. But no time to worry about that because we have to worry about ice physics here. That is until we talk to this gentleman here, and he is going to give us the snow boots. And what these will do is they completely nullify ice physics. So we had to deal with it for like, what, 3 screens? And then no more for the rest of the game. Hooray! This makes us very happy. Yes, and I'm going to need them, Miz. No, the hero in this game is the son of the protagonist from the first game. And that's part of our mission here is we're trying to find Dad, because he set out on a mission after he saved Neutopia the first time. He sensed that there was still evil lurking, and so he set out to take care of it, but he has gone missing. And that's kind of our first, that's our first main objective here in the first part of the game, is to find him. But before we dive too far into the script, we're going to take a pretty lengthy detour here. Because not only is it required, but it's kind of worth it too, because this is another upgrade to our sword. And we like that, being able to do more melee damage. Speaking of melee damage, how about we do some melee damage to this stupid Sardius, who just keeps sliding back and forth. It's actually kind of annoying. Can we just smack him around a little bit just to kind of put him in his place? Please. If you use the, I believe it's a donate command. I believe that's what it is. It will pull up the link to our page where you can make donations, where you can assign them to specific incentives that we've got going on. I highly encourage you to do so. Notice how I stood there, very patiently waited for my boomerang to come back. I do not want to... Oh, you know what? I might as well kill... Ah, oh, good. Oh, I got wings. That's nice. I can kill that next ghost on my way back through here. But what I'm doing is taking a slight detour to pick up another sub-weapon. This is the flail. The flail is... Not only does it do very little damage, but it also costs 10 gold every time you swing it. So, for those reasons, we're not going to use it a whole lot, with one major exception. There is a particular type of enemy on which the flail is really, really effective, and so we will use it there, and I'll be sure to point out when and where that comes. Do I get him? Oh, he moved up off. He would have stayed in the corner. I would have got him before he disappeared. I don't even need that. Kind of. Again, like I said, it's pretty weak. So as far as using it generally speaking, it's not all that great an idea. But again, there's one particular boss, or one particular enemy, excuse me, that is very weak to it. Speaking of bosses, this is the first one where I can really manipulate its RNG fully. So it's going to punch at me 4 times here. 2. We stand up by its shoulder to bait out those punches and then just move down to get out of its way. Now I'm going to stand here and throw the boomerang, and it's going to do a whole bunch of damage to him on its way back to me, which is great. Now I'm going to stand over here and I'm going to bait out 5 of these punches. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. Now we're going to stand right about here. And 2 cycles. Perfect. That is ideal. Alright. So, the reward from this crypt is an item called the Aqua Lung. This is going to allow us to... this is going to allow us to breathe underwater, which is nice because the next crypt is underwater. Did it ooze green goo out of its nipples? Yeah? Does that seem strange to you? Anyway. So here we go underwater. Oh, geez, I did not mean to do that. We'll be underwater pretty briefly. Alright. Now, the music in this crypt is different from the first 4 that we've seen, or I guess heard. And that is intentional. Also, for those of you that are familiar with the first Neutopia, you know that this is the music that normally plays in all the crypts, or, you know, a version very much like it. And that is intentional as well, and I'll explain, or maybe all of that will be explained as we move on here. Hello? Hello. Can you please just die and give me your heart? Okay. Ouch, that was not smart. There we go. How many bombs do I have? 5! That's really bad. Okay, I need a lot more. Okay, I would like to have double digits, certainly. Let me pick that up while I can. Okay, good thing is that there are those crossbow knights all throughout this level, and they can drop bombs, and I will want them to, because I need them. But you know what else I need? I need donations to the Citizens Climate Lobby. Because that's why we're doing this event here. It's fun to read donations. It really is. And, yeah. We greatly appreciate everything that you can donate here. It's a great cause. Actually, Grub, Zelda has a wooden rainbow drop. That's how that works. Hello? Thank you. Oh my goodness. No. Not interested in that. Would have liked to have picked that up, but not going to lose sleep over the fact that I didn't. This is kind of terrifying. You get pumped into the corner here with all these things that just pop out in here. That can get very scary. Bombs, please. Come on. Really, not a single bomb drop in this whole crypt? Last chance. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Now, if you've been watching since the beginning, you might recognize this boss. This is the one that we saw in that little cutscene that Jazeta was fighting. So now we get to fight it ourselves. Hopefully this time we'll actually be successful. And we are. Catch the boomerang, which is nice. And now that we have defeated this Kraken, we will discover that he had consumed Jazeta, which is Dad. We found him. and he says, listen, okay, I tried to drive evil out of Neutopia the first time. I thought I had succeeded, but discovered that I did not. So that's where I've been. I've been trying to do it again. Unfortunately, the Kraken got me, and I can't proceed. So here, take this legendary sword, and please finish the job that I've started. Because you know what? I really need to just kind of just take a nap here. Alright, back to the Uriel Shrine where we were before, where we saved the princess. Only this time we're going to go to the other side, and in here is this big stone altar. We're going to jam this sword of legend that Dad just gave us into it, and off we go. Yo, not Sid, how you doing? Come on in, pull up a chair, get comfy, use the donate command in chat, and if you feel so inclined, make a contribution to the Citizens Climate League. That'd be great. Alright, now what's coming up here is Crypt 6. Crypt 6 is easily the longest crypt in the game. And it requires a lot of bombs to get through, which is something that I currently do not have. So we're going to need to fix this rather quickly, because if we don't, then we're not going to be able to get through this crypt, just plain and simple. So, pray for bombs. Also, punch Sardius in the face. He deserves it. Look at him just sliding around there. God, I can just see it out of the corner of my eye, and it's just... it's so irritating. Somebody please... please show this jerk what's up. Alright, these guys can drop bombs. I'm going to need a lot of them. I need you to really cooperate here. That's not what I want. There we go. Okay, good. There's one. All right, that at least buys me some time. But I'm gonna need a whole lot more bombs. Okay, this just gets me started. Oh God. Bombs? Okay, are you going to be convenient to kill? Kind of. Oh, I didn't want that damage. I only took the time to try to kill those Reapery boys because they can drop wings, and I would very much like to have a set of wings by the time I'm done with this crypt, and I don't get a whole lot of opportunities to get them. Those are the rare enemies in this crypt that do drop them, and so we'd like to take advantage of those opportunities if they are convenient. Okay. Oops. Alright. I've already taken a decent amount of damage, so I'm going to do these rooms a little slower than I normally would, just so that way I don't go careening into one of these dagger blocks. But the fun thing is that in this next room, I'm going to get to demonstrate the power, in quotes, of the flail on these cloudy boys. Now, the nice thing about the flail is that when you swing it out, if you do kind of a 360 on the D-pad, you swing it all the way around, and you see it covers damn near the entire room. So, because these cloud enemies don't take a whole lot of damage to split up and destroy, the flail just makes clearing them out incredibly easy. Very nice. Ooh, I'll take that too. I'm going to use that at the very end of the game. That's a magic ring that is... No, the hearts don't have any bearing on the flail. Again, the only thing you need for the flail is money. Every time you use it, it costs 10 bucks. I've got 7 bombs. Oh boy. Now I've got 5. Okay. This one I can just slide right by. That one's easy. So that one usually is too, but where did I screw that? But the nice thing is that those clouded boys do drop hearts, and I got plenty, so I'm back to full health. So I'm not as concerned about damage as I was before, which is good. I am concerned about the fact that I have very little in the way of bombs, and I got to use another one here. Oh my goodness, you jerk. Wings, perfect. Okay, good. I can ignore these guys, the optional ones now. I don't need any more of their drops. This is bombs. Dude, I very rarely get these. I don't even remember what block to push. It's these. Okay. Rare that I get these bombs because usually I'm in better shape, but I was just nervous, so decided to get these here. There's not a whole lot of Sardius punching going on here, folks. Can we make, I don't know, just like a $5 donation? Just maybe something just to give him a little slap, just to get his attention? I did not want to do that. I wanted to farm them for bombs. That was not so great. Okay. Well, cool. And I get to use 2 here. Oh, boy. Okay. Yes! It sure is. Yeah, where you need a certain number of hearts in order to use the Morning Star. Alright, speaking of that flail, we're going to use it again in this next room. Perfect. Back to the bombs. We're only have 4. Oh no. This is a legitimate concern. Oh boy. Okay, now there are crossbow knights in here. I'm begging you to give me a bomb drop. Begging. Begging harder. Oh no. Okay, I could run out of bombs here. This could actually be really, really bad, folks. Gosh, this is terrible. Okay. Show must go on as much as it can. Yep, I've got to use my last 2 bombs here. I could actually be in huge trouble. Get this gold shield here. This is actually required not just for the 100% category, but also because you need the highest level of sword, shield, and armor in order to even get into and get through the final crypt. So, yeah. Alright, I need to bomb up here, and I need these guys to drop bombs, or I am in big... Or I will have to really just kind of go into emergency mode. Thank you very much. We're still going to kill all of them just because I need more. Please give me more. Okay, well, at least it allows me to proceed. That was literally a last-ditch effort. I got to kill all these guys, try and get more here. because I got a bomb to the left. Okay, got some more. Yo, Toad! Thank you very much for that raid. Everyone coming over from Toad's stream. Welcome to the Boss Battle Climate Change Marathon being hosted by Retro Gaming Live TV. We are raising money for the Climate Citizens Lobby. All of your money goes to a fantastic cause, to helping to fight against the damaging effects of climate change that truly affect all of us, and all of your generosity is really appreciated. If you would like to donate, you can go ahead and use the donate command in chat, and it will give you a link where you can not only make your donation, donation of any size is perfectly welcome and thoroughly appreciated, but there are also some donation incentives. So if you want to put your money towards something fun that's going to be coming up later in the marathon, that's your way of doing it. So check that out, and glad to have you here. All right, time to fight the boss. And by fight the boss, I mean we just basically whip this boomerang into the side of her head until she dies. The snakes don't do a lot of damage. Body contact with Medusa, however, does. It does massive damage. That's why we kind of just stick up against the wall and hope she doesn't clobber us a bunch. Because if she does, then that's a problem. Alright, now we have the Bell of Heaven, which we're going to use as soon as we get out of here to go flying up to this island in the sky. We get the Sun Flame. Yeah, I mean, boy, it's just ridiculous, all this. Yeah, 122 degrees, oh my lord. That is unsafe. Very, very unsafe. And there are plenty of people out there who deny that all of this is even a thing. Which is also hard to fathom, but there's plenty of them out there, and we need to unfortunately compensate for them. Oh wow! Oh my god, Raul, that is horrible. Oh jeez. Well, hopefully that motivates you wonderful folks out there listening to me to donate, not just to help to save the planet, but also to put this smug dancing Sardius in his place. I kind of like the previous boss better, where it kind of just sat there and wasn't, you know, annoying. Oh, I really want those, actually. So that's some extra incentive to donate here, is to humble Sardius. What we're picking up here is the third elemental staff. It's the lightning staff. This staff is absolutely terrible. It is just, it's not powerful. It's very awkward to use, and I won't use it. I just won't do it. Alright, now, in this section here, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage boosts to kind of move myself along faster, but I am also going to want to set up a death warp here to get back to that town that I was just in. Required for 100%, exactly. That is the only reason why I'm picking it up. Alright. going to get down to just about critical HP here. We got to pick up one item here as needed to get into the next section of the game. Yeah, under this tree that we burned in the ground is this whole like scientific laboratory, naturally, where they make magic hands, which allow you to get into volcanoes. It all makes sense somehow. And there we go. All right. So we have died, but don't worry, we're back, and we're much closer to where we need to be. Right? Yes. For the climate. Maybe that scientist can engineer. He's right next to me. Maybe he can engineer a way to make trees grow faster and more plentiful. Alright, now with the magic hand we can make this volcano reveal its stairway. We can fight these stupid demon enemies. I don't need wings for the rest of the game, so I'm not worried about picking that up or that. It would have been funny if all three of them would have dropped them. We're just going to go right into the boss fight here. This one is very easy to deal with. We're going to take one boost here, and then a second boost, and then we turn around and just do a bunch of damage to him. And that's how that fight goes. That's all you got to do. Now, the next boss fight that we're going to do is much more involved and much more delicate than that. And it is, yeah, growl. Yeah, exactly. And it really, really sucks. So, pray for me. Or actually, send in a donation to show your support and to punch Sardius. So, yeah. I like how the Google Translate thing that came up, or the dictate thing, said ant punch Sardius. So, ant hole, if you're out there, you need to punch Sardius. The Google dictate told me so. Okay, I'm going to focus big time on this boss here. That's really not good. Oh god, come back please. Okay, at least I can destroy these. Now I need to get them sliding again. Jumping is bad. Jumping Zorbon is very bad, because I can't do anything to Jumping Zorbon. I can do something to Sliding Zorbon. Like, split it up into these little bits. Oh, okay. Just die. No! You are an absolutely horrible enemy, and you just wasted about 30 seconds of my time. Oh, nice. Maybe not. Okay, split. Split again! Oh, come on! Oh, I hate this enemy. This is easily the worst boss in the game. Is he just going to jump around and shoot at me? For who knows how long. It could be the next minute, honestly. Minute plus. I don't want to get next to it. Like, either right next to it or above or below it. Because when it does, that's when it does its, that's when it breaks out of its sliding phase. Okay. Good. Zorbon is dead. Hurrah. Oh, and also, speaking of hurrah, we have a donation. It is a $5 donation from an anonymous donor with just the message slap. I like it. Just a little slap to Sardius. But you know what? If we slap him a whole bunch, then we can really make a difference there. And this was put towards the Super Metroid Meridia Missile Recharge. So like I had said before, there are all kinds of donation incentives to which you can donate and contribute. Yes, Mystery Slapper, you are indeed a climate change hero or heroine. I don't want to shove him all the way in the corner because I have to tractor beam my way to the bottom of the screen there. Alright, so into Crypt 7 we go. Now, the nice thing about where we're at here is that we have that Bell of Heaven. Now, when I used it before, it just sent me up to get that Sun Flame, which allowed me to craft this strongest sword. But it also has another very nice use, which is that whenever I am in a room where I would need to push a block to open a door, I can just ring the bell instead, and it'll open everything up for me. Oh, I like how now I'm getting all kinds of bomb drops, and I need like 6 for the rest of the game. So I'm set. The game trolls me so. I just need to wait for these knights to get into my boomerang range. There's really not a whole lot more I can do here. There we go. Catch the boomerang, and then we can move on. Boomerang does still have one pretty important use, and that's on the boss of this crypt. It's very, very useful against it. But, so I have the strongest sword in the game. Now I finally have a weapon that does more damage than the boomerang. Like the final sword of the game is what you need for that. That's how strong this boomerang is. If that gives you any kind of idea. Now we have the strongest armor in the game. So as far as all of the strongest, you know, equipment, if you will, now we have it, which will allow us to get entry into the final area of the final crypt. Hey, you're being annoying. Please die. All right. So we just use that bell to throw the doors open. There is a block in there. I don't even remember which block it is, because you just use the bell instead, and it just makes life easy. Oh my goodness. Here's another example. I could go all the way up there and push that block you see up in the corner there. That's inconvenient. We just use the bell instead and open those doors go. Now, this actually was an item from the first game too, and it would open doors even if the requirement to open the door was killing all the enemies in the room. That is not the case with this one. If you have to kill all the enemies, that's still a requirement as far as doing it, quote, naturally. The bell does not help with that. Take a second to kill this guy in case he drops a heart. I would like to go into this boss fight with as full a health as possible because I'll be taking... there's just a lot of unavoidable damage with that boss. The more health we have, the better off we are. We don't have to use a medicine. Usually the medicine reserved for the final boss fight, from which we will be taking a ton of damage. And that just makes that a lot more safe. Again, we use the bell because that block is on the opposite side of the room. That is not convenient. Oh, good. Heart there. Alright. So this is Sorfloyd. We have to wait for the flower in the middle of this enemy to open up. And then we can... We want to kind of throw above the pistol that comes out when it opens up. That's the hitbox right there. You see, it kind of seemed like it was missing it, but it's actually not. It's actually doing quite a bit of damage to it. And you see, now the movement pattern of this boss is completely random. The timing as for when it opens up and all that stuff is not. So, we can kind of anticipate that. All right. So that is the second to last crypt complete. We are going to get the final item that we need in order to gain access into the final crypt in the first place. Yeah, Miz, it really is terrible. I mean, you can use the wands like the wind staff to fight it, but again, like I said, it does paltry damage compared to the boomerang, so it just takes a long time. But the other, I mean, really the other way to do it is to just, as soon as it opens up, just get in there with the sword and just stand and deliver and just stab it, damage be damned. But that's the problem, is that you take a lot of damage doing it that way. And so if you don't have the medicine to back it up, it's very easy to die there. So, yeah. All right, so that is the final life upgrade. Well, I'm sorry, that is the final life upgrade. It's also the final thing that I needed to collect in order to satisfy the 100% category that we're running here. So that is all done. And we will be entering the final crypt actually on this screen right here. We have to affix the 4 medallions that we've collected. Yeah, Norimaki, you are absolutely right. Yeah, it's... Oh, you need this stuff? We're not going to drop it. Oh, you're full on it? Here's plenty. Yeah, that is it's a very common experience, especially with this game. It's not a lot of fun, but it's just the way it is, you know. You know what else isn't fun? And if we don't do anything about it, it's just the way it is. Climate change. We could just sit here and do nothing about it and kind of suffer the consequences. Or we can make donations to groups like the Citizens Climate Lobby and actually make a difference out there. And that's something that you can do as you are watching this marathon, because that's the whole reason why we're doing it. Okay. I want to try to bait these guys over here. So I'm going to use that trick that I was talking about in the very beginning, where I'm going to use the fire wand to kind of pull them towards me so that I can hit them with my sword. Because, again, the sword is by far the most damaging weapon I have. But, as you can see, I have no way to walk straight up to them. I'm relying on them to come to me. So, using the fire wand to kind of do the scorpion, come here, really helps. So does that. Getting that crystal there is incredibly lucky, and I am not complaining about it. Get another opportunity to bust out the flail here. Also got an opportunity to bust out some of those spikes on the ground because I stepped on an invisible trigger tile. That's fun. But seriously, folks, if you want to use that donate command in chat to pull up the link to send money on over to the Citizens Climate Lobby to help us fight against the devastating effects of climate change, that would be greatly appreciated. And there's plenty of donations incentives. And you get to hear me read your donations, at least for the next few minutes, because this run is almost over. Just a few more minutes, honestly. So yeah. Yo, Lyra, how you doing? Alright, we use the bell here. Now, that ring that I was talking about earlier. Oh, we don't use it quite yet. We're going to use it here in this next room where there's all these flying squirrels and spikes everywhere. Nope, we're just going to turn them into slimes, kill them all, and then off we go. Just make that room completely trivialized. It's very nice. Alright, now if I went down there I could pick up another potion, but I already have 2, so I can't hold any more. Not that I need any more. I should only need 1. But we get 2 just in case. This is the key. That fireball. Got to weave in between those there. That's a fun little dance. Yeah, the BS Legend of Zelda does kind of share some vibes with this. Speaking of Satellaview Zelda, you saw a run of it earlier today. Desert Eagle did the ancient stone tablets, which is more of kind of like the Link to the Past version of it's like, yeah, Z3 Satella. Whoops, I already have it on. The Satellaview Z3 version. That's a pretty cool game. Okay, I meant to boost there, but walked too far, I guess. Alright, so this room here, he tells us about, oh, you need to get this, this, and that, and that's the sword, the shield, the armor that I was talking about. This door below me would be shut if I did not have all 3 of those things, and the only way to open it is to get those items. Okay, I didn't mean to touch him there, but that's okay, I guess. I got another ring, which is nice, because I can use it in this room here to make, make those blocky boys take... Normally you'd have to hit them 5 times, so here we hit them twice. Alright, final boss time. We are going to cough up all 3 of our staffs, fire, wind, and lightning, and he is going to use them against us. But once we defeat that boss, that is going to be the end of the run. Also, enjoy the hot jams, please, because they are very hot. Wind is the last one we want to see because it pushes you out, and it just sucks. The lightning, actually, this is the one we want to see the most because when he uses the lightning staff, for whatever reason, he reappears basically instantly. Okay, we're going to use a potion here. Oops, got baited. Again. Oh, jeez. Terrible. This sucks. Okay, we're almost done. There it is. That's time. Alrighty. This boss has been defeated, and certainly one can assume that the evil dearth here was contributing to our climate change. But we have defeated him, but that is not the only boss we need to defeat. You see Sardius sliding around there being a big old jerk. We need to destroy him too, but the only way to destroy him is through your donations. So please continue to donate all weekend long towards the Citizens Climate Lobby. All of the donations there are greatly appreciated. Also greatly appreciated are the GGs, Raul Mark, Lyra, Ms. Prow7, Double Chan, Grub Junker, Jamie Loves Games. Thank you all very, very much for the GGs. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that is going to do it for me here. But stay tuned, because coming up next is a speedrun that I am very familiar with and is a lot of fun to watch, especially when it's done really, really well. And that is Star Tropics. So if you like this top-down action adventure vibe, I've got great news for you. We're going to keep it going. So I'm going to go ahead and get our next restreamer ready, and they'll be bringing that game to you in just a few minutes. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around all weekend long, and until I see you around again, take care, everyone.